What is up everyone, and welcome to my next episode of Banished. So in our last episode we started laying out our third little area here and our second fishing dock. Today we're just going to let them finish that up real quick. We have a population of 86 at the moment. So I'm looking to have, we got to build it back up. I want to have 8 laborers. Currently got a supply of 2,000 food. So we do currently have 4 builders going. As they complete this, I'm actually going to cut that down to probably back down to 2 builders. Just had a few people die on us, unfortunately. So I'm hoping over this episode and the next couple to get our quarry and iron ore mine going. At the moment we've been relying on iron that we've been collecting about, and stone as well. Over here at our fishing dock and tailor. I produced plenty of clothing last year. Still got plenty in stock as well for making more. So here we go, they're just finishing up the last of the road. This is the only road left laid out that they're actually working on. And there's a couple of houses about. I am thinking as well over here near our school, I might put a town hall opposite. That way we might have a chance of getting some refugees, and also allows me to track some of our stats a little bit better. So here we go, building the gatherer's hut. Still really wanting to watch that food. I'm not seeing it increase much at the moment, which is slightly concerning. Definitely want to start getting some more people into these new gatherers' huts and hunting cabins. At the moment they haven't built any houses over here yet, which means all our workers are actually travelling quite the distance before they do any work over here. I should hopefully be working on that next. And we just got a low food warning. Still sitting at about 2,000 food. It's going up at the moment. I may as well go through, and we've got 7 labourers at the moment. So I'll put a few more in the hunting cabin. Going to remove 1 builder and put 1 of them into our gatherer's hut. They're now building the houses over here. Shouldn't take them too much longer to finish this area. Normally I would build a storage barn near the fishing dock, but in this case, the fishing dock being so close to this little section of town, I'm not going to do that. While they build that area, let's work on, we'll place down our town hall. Once I find which one it's in. Tavern, Taylor, mods, services. Town hall. Going to place it directly opposite our school. I forgot about that general store we added there. They haven't quite built yet. How are they going with our area over here? Not doing too bad. So they've got 3 houses left to build in this little town section, and then 4 houses over where the new fishing dock's going. So I have seen that I am starting to get some views on these earlier Banished videos. I do actually have a comment from one person. He asked why no mods. Did explain to him that yes, there are mods installed, just he's used to having some of the larger mods that they affect the game more. The reason why I've chosen the mods I have is I do actually enjoy the base game. I wanted to keep it as close to stock as possible while adding some additional features to it, such as stackable houses. Otherwise with a setup like this, I've taken up half of the Forester's Lodge area with just houses. Tiny little houses saves with that. And the improved lodge, hunting cabin and everything greatly reduces the amount of storage area for stockpiles and storage barns I require. Previously, I would have had to build several of them by now. For example, if we come into our Forester's Lodge, you can barely see it. It's half full. All that storage would have gone into the stockpile, and that would have been at least a quarter full just on the Forester's Lodge alone. keeping up with the demand of firewood quite easily at the moment with 3 woodcutters going. As we are starting to get a reasonable stockpile of wood, what I will actually do is change our fuel level from 500 to 1000. Plenty of students graduating from the school at the moment. I've got 18 students and 31 children. With these new houses, we're probably about to have another population explosion. And we've cracked the 100 population mark. At the moment, I'm just going to stick with 8 labourers for this episode. What I'll do is I'll recalculate my population at the start of each episode, and 10% of that will be whatever my labourer goal is. So I've got 2 extra at the moment. Going to put 1 into gathering. My hunter's already full. My forester's already full. And I have... Yep, so my only choice at the moment is gatherer's huts. So we're so close at the moment, I may as well just put all 12 in there. And we've got our fishing docks, so it's 4 more fishermen I can hire. So we're still getting these low food warnings, but I am seeing our food slowly go up. So one more thing for over here that we are going to need, which I'm already working on. There's a general store there, and there's a general store here as well. I really don't think we need 6 people at a general store that size, so I'll keep it to 3. This one I believe I did the same. Yep. And the hardware store I did the same with as well. Max out our fishermen. Good to see our woodcutters are still keeping up with the demand from the... our foresters are keeping up with the demand from the woodcutters for the most part at the moment. All we've got left to build is 1 general store and the town hall. We are currently in year 15. Over winter we are dipping down a lot in food at the moment. We got down to just above 1700 there. I am going to have to hire more vendors soon. I've got positions for 15 and I've only got 4. That means I've actually got 5 vending buildings. Oops, sorry, no I don't. So I've got 4 and I've got positions for 12. So I've got 4 buildings around for it. could put all 8 in there that I currently have. What I will actually do is I'll go back down to 2 builders. And let's go ahead and just max out our vendors. Really don't want anyone walking anywhere for supplies. The only one having to walk anywhere at the moment is our blacksmith. He's still keeping up with tools, so the limit's set to 50, and we're going through 38 tools a year at the moment. And here's our town hall. So we can see we have a total population of 125. That means we've grown our population by 40 alone in this episode. Our production. So this is actually very useful, especially with my food issues just a couple of episodes back. We produced 12,000 food last year in year 15, and we used 11,436. So that's not producing much of a buffer there. That's only about 600 food buffer. And as we can see, we are at 1,400 food at the moment. What I would like to work on next is I would actually like to start trading and getting ourselves some crops and orchards going. But I think first I would actually like to be more independent with our stone and iron, as we've actually cleared where we're building. Most of it's already been cleared. Just this section up here is left. So I'm going to set them to start building the mine, both mines and the quarry. Don't actually have enough stone to build both. Set some area to be cleared of those resources. A little bit of lag there. I'm still concerned about this food production. We're only producing a buffer of about 1,000 every year. In fact, it's not even that. What I can do for immediate food, we have a beautiful spot here for a fishing dock. What we can do, I can grab our stone bridge. Come across. So we'll go right there. And put a short road. A little bit of stuttering again on lag. Apparently I'm at 5 FPS. It's actually a bit concerning. In between episodes I'll give that a quick check out and find out what's happening with that. Oh, and there we go, straight back up to 60. Okay, they've built the first mine. They built both mines actually, and they're building the quarry. And we're in the new year. Our food production last year was only 700 more than what we used. If you go to graphs as well, we can have a look at, I'll set it to 25 years. So we can see our population and we can see our food levels. So we can see here is where we had our period of food shortage, and we've had a massive dip here. Okay, we've got our number of workers back up. What I'm going to do is half the amount of miners that we have in the iron ore mine will go to the coal mine. Probably don't even need that many in there, but what it means is for every 3 workers we put into mines, 1 will go to the coal mine. Put a stockpile here. And since we got a mine over there, I'll put 1 there. So 3 miners and 2 quarriers to get us started. Next thing they're working on is they're going to get our stone bridge going. I'm going to lay out a couple more houses for down here. So we'll grab our colourful little houses. There we go. That's our stone bridge up. I really do prefer the look of the stone bridge over the wooden bridge. And they're now going to work on actually going to have them prioritize fishing dock. I've got enough workers that I can immediately fill that up. As you can see, we're starting to get more spread out now, although we are still fairly close. And there we go. Fill that up right away. That's additional food. And I'm going to start building our trading post as well. So the goal with the trading post is I want to get some livestock, some crops and orchards going. And then the purpose for this bridge here is over on this other side on the northern half of the map. So where we've got the big river here going through, on the top side of that I'm going to make all farmland eventually. And apparently we've got an issue here, a child that's homeless and without food. Ooh, we are very, very low on food right now. So last year we used 1,600 more food than we produced. That's all of our buffer gone. So I could build another one of these areas. That would be the easiest and quickest way to get us more food. How many? I can also increase our workers in the hunter cabins as well. Because I originally cut them down to 3 from 4. I don't know why it's telling us we have someone homeless though. We have plenty of housing about. This is the main issue here. This one's not going to be particularly effective until these houses are built, which they don't seem to be working on at the moment. They're prioritizing the trading dock by the looks. Few people die of old age. we're approaching the 30-minute mark. I'm going to stop this video here. I'll stop this episode here. We'll come back exactly where we've left off in the next episode. Hopefully, our goal is over the next couple of episodes, we're going to be struggling on food for a bit. I don't want to build too many more of these areas because they actually block off a large portion of where we can build. Although they do provide us food year round, my goal is I want us to get, within the next couple of episodes, some crops or livestock going as an extra source of food. I would love something along the lines of chickens, because chickens produce year round. Sorry, they're constantly producing, so livestock would be best overall. Chickens produce as soon as you get them, you don't need to wait for them to hit the cap. Whereas for cows, so cattle is the other major food producing one, you gotta wait until you hit the maximum amount before you're constantly getting food from them. Although I do believe I have a mod installed from sheep as well, that when they hit the maximum, instead of getting wool, I get mutton as well. So it's an additional source of food. So I'll leave this episode here. Please remember, if you liked the video, to like, comment and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time.